Hello guys, welcome to the Have Lab. My name is Babatunde, and today we're going to be talking about signed fraction in multiplication. Okay, so what this basically means is we're going to be evaluating different fractions, but we're going to be multiplying them, right? So, don't let it kind of hit you. It's not. I know the name is fancy, but don't let it kind of hit you hard or anything. It's not hard. All you have to do is just analyze the question and yeah, let's get to it. Let's look at this. This is minus 1. Let's look at this question. This is minus 1 over 8 times 3 over 5, right? Okay, so what this means is we're already given everything, right? And we're asked to write our answer in the simplest form it can possibly be, right? So what that means is what the simplest form means is we're gonna have to ask ourselves what number is divisible at the bottom that can also divide the top, right? So we're going to go from each numbers at the bottom or at the top, and they're going to ask yourself what number is divisible by each one of them, right? So let's take a look at 8 in this case. This is 8, right? Let's look at 8 and minus 1. 8 and minus 1. What number do you think can divide 8 that can also divide minus 1? I'm not sure there's any number, right? And 8 is not a negative in this case. 8 is a positive, and this is a negative. So there's nothing common between them, right? And we know that like 1 is universal. We can divide anything, right? So whenever you see a 1 in this type of question, just know that okay, it really won't change anything. It won't really want to decrease the number by anything, right? So there's no need to work with 1. I'm just letting you guys know that for now. Okay, but yeah, since there's a minus attached to 1, so I just said let me just start with this. So the next one is 8 and 3. What number do you think is divisible by 8 and 3? Well, for starters, 3 is an odd number and 8 is an even number, so they shouldn't be divisible by each other, right? Because like the odd and even, they don't correlate, right? So we already got that. Since we know like there's no number at the top that can divide 8, so we're done with 8 for now. Let's go to 5. So 5, what number do you think can divide -1 that can also divide 5? Remember, I told you, once since you're working with a 1 here, it's really not a big deal. Just the sign that we're looking at, the sign in this case, which is -1, right? So since this is not a negative, then there's nothing that can work with -1. So let's look at 5 and 3. What number can divide 5 that can also divide 3? Like, what are the common factors? There are no common factors, right? Okay, so since there's nothing common between any one of them, so this is already in the simplest form. Surely in the smallest form you can possibly get to, right? And to put that out, all we have to do is multiply the top side divided by the bottom side. So this is -1 times 3 divided by 8 times 5. Right? This is equals -1 times 3, -3, right? Equals -3. Then 8 times 5 equals what? 40, right? 40. So let's check that out. -3 over 40. Yeah. Okay, so let's do more practice. Let's check this other one out. Okay, so you can pause the video if you want and just kind of test yourself if you mastered it. But yeah, if not, you can just continue the video. Okay, so this is 8 times -5 over 2, right? So this 8, don't let it kind of move you in any way. 8 here, because it doesn't have a denominator, doesn't mean we're not going to work with it. This is the same thing as 8 divided by 1, right? If you see any number by itself, let's say like 1 million or 1 trillion, 1 trillion divided by 1 is always 1 trillion. Any number divided by 1 is always that same number. So in this case, we have 8, right? We can write 8 as 8 divided by 1 to make it look like a fraction. You understand? So we can like, so it doesn't kind of kind of confuse us in any way. Okay, so this is 8 over 1 times -5 over 2, right? This is -5 over 2. So based on the first example, Remember, I said like whenever you see a one, it really shouldn't matter that much because one, anything can go in one. So we're not basically simplifying, right? So in this case, we have to break down the top and the bottom to the simplest form can possibly be, right? Okay, so since one is out of the picture, so let's look at two. Two, we're gonna ask ourselves, one number can divide two that can also divide eight. Don't know. Do you think there's any number that can divide two and that can also divide eight? Yeah, should be two, right? So two can divide two and can also divide eight. So that's eight divided by two over one times minus five over two over two, right? Because two can divide two here and two can also divide eight up here. So this is four over one times minus five over one, right? So this is one now. So this two has turned into a one. Let's cancel this, let's cancel this. So this two has turned into a one now, right? And so remember, I told you like once it gets to one, there's basically nothing you can do anymore, right? So these two bottoms are now one. So there's nothing we can do. So the next thing we can only do is we just have to just go on with the question. So basically, what we do is multiply the top divided by the bottom. Right? This is saying 4 times minus 5 divided by 1 times 1. Right? So 4 times minus 5 equals what? Minus 20, right? It's minus 20 divided by 1. Right? So minus 20, anything divided by 1 is the same number, right? So minus 20 divided by 1 equals minus 20. Check that out. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope it helped you out. And yeah, have a nice day.